everybody. This is Mawan here at Dash Radio on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Woo.
Today we got I want to say a good friend, someone I've been a fan of for a long time. I want to say like IE legend, motherfucker. You part of New York, you part of IE, you part of LA, you part, man.
Jacksonville.
I read your bio, I was like, this motherfucker's all of America. Noa motherfucking James.
Hey, blessed.
How are you, bro?
I'm blessed, man. I'm glad to be here. Finally here.
Yes.
And it's on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah, right where you belong.
People walking by, waving.
So we've been trying to do this for like 6 months.
Yeah.
But you know, both of our schedules are crazy. I know you had like some back operations.
Yeah, sciatic nerve and back injuries.
How are you now?
I'm good, man.
Hell yeah.
Stretching, water.
Hell yeah. Water, right?
Water.
Bro, why isn't water really the key?
Water is the key.
It's crazy. My skin. I tried all this shit for my skin.
Water.
All I have to do is drink water.
Flush it out. Water.
Literally. Water, everything, man. So anyway, I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember, I reached out to you around that time because even I was like, no, you gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
hey man, I appreciate it.
No, of course, man. You're a real special energy in hip hop, and I really love the way you kind of just molded into who you are in hip hop. You're not trying to sound like anybody. I genuinely mean that. Like, there's probably
even if I tried, I can't.
yeah, but you're so like not even one of one. You're one of there's nothing like you in the
man,
industry.
damn.
Love Monster. We used to like if anyone who's gonna be watching this on YouTube, TikTok hasn't heard Love Monster,
Oh man.
the roller coaster ride,
Yeah.
like, and then live when you're singing, and like this dude can't sing like Mariah Carey. So like when you're singing, it's kind of like. And then the beat switches, and then like this animal comes out of you.
Oh, I love it.
We gotta talk about this. There's a duality in Noa James.
Yeah.
That I think. Before we continue, what do you call your grandma? What was her
Granny. Her name is Willie Dale Allen. Where's Granny?
Rest in peace, Willie Dale Allen.
Yeah.
Granny. I noticed that your music's always been extremely high energy. Like the best way to describe your music is like a fight scene to like an anime. You know, like first scene of like Invincible on Amazon. That's what a Noa James
That's
record
a
is like.
crazy scene.
So, but then you know when rest in peace to your granny.
Yeah.
I've seen the last 2 years. You've been a lot more just like you mentioned something to me earlier. You said your grandma told you to smile more.
Yeah.
And I feel like you smile more on the songs now.
I have to.
Is that true?
Yeah. While I'm rapping, I'm smiling.
Right?
Yeah, just to even if it's aggressive and I'm smiling, you feel the smile.
Like die like Vegeta?
Yeah, for real. Like you feel the smile. Like it's intentional. Like my intentions isn't to scare you or scare you being aggressive. It's really passion. So to make sure you know it's passion and not just this aggressiveness, I smile while I do it.
Now, did that change after she passed?
Nah, it was I think when I started including her more in my music, like talking to her more, like explaining it more, talking about her message more, and actually she started like when I would like drive her car, right, her van, and I'll pull a CD up, it's like Granny said.
The visor, right?
Yeah, the visor. It's like all this Christian music, then it's 3 CD of mine. Right? 3. And you know they're listening to it because they're scratched.
Yeah.
So she listened to it a lot. So even that is like, dang, she's listening to it.
Did that make you want to change kind of the audio?
The audio, yeah.
Coming out of the speakers, not be as aggressive.
Like, I'm blessed to say, you know, before she ends, she probably listened to a good amount of my project before she went. And she will give me pointers on music for merchandise. Wow. Like the cover Granny said, she directed that. She told Lisa where to take. She told me what I'm gonna wear, what she was gonna wear, and how she was gonna do it. She was gonna have the shotgun. I said, don't shotgun, Granny. Like that's what really like she Alpha Pub was trying to make it black and white, and I showed it to her. She said, no, in color. Make sure it's in color.
I loved it. It really, that cover reminded me a lot of like Good Kid, Mad City. In the sense of when I looked at the cover of Good Kid, Mad City, it really set the tone for the album. because I can tell that it's like South Central or Compton.
Yeah.
You see the minivan, you kind of think about like these dudes are running around.
Yeah, right,
That's
right.
kind of the theme of the album.
Yeah.
What Granny said, it's that beautiful moment you see a grandchild and a grandma kind of like appreciating where they're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like think about everything she went through, everything you guys have gone through, to be at where you guys were.
Yeah,
She
like,
captured that very beautifully.
She did that. She was like, we're gonna do it on a porch, and I don't know. I was explaining to her the album, and I used her voicemails.
I remember the
Like,
intro.
yeah,
Said,
so
happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. She's been singing me happy birthday all my life. No matter if I was with her, or I was in a group home, or I was in juvenile hall,
She
or I
would
was in
reach out
jail.
and make sure.
She would make sure I get a happy birthday, singing. Like,
You know,
at least 30 years.
Yeah, I gotta ask you, did she ever do this Stevie Wonder happy birthday?
Yeah, she would do the Stevie Wonder.
Because when I heard the intro, I was
Yeah.
like, how did Granny not break into
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you? Every one of my family get-togethers, right when the birthday song's done, everyone starts clapping.
That one starts.
For Stevie, I immediately started.
Yeah.
No one else knows it, and everyone always looks at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm always like, "For Stevie."
Yeah, y'all don't know
Break
this.
into it. Yeah.
For her birthday, for Lisa's birthday, we did it too. Like, soon as it was done on happy birthday, me and the homie Cal Nolly.
We use the Simpsons one. Lisa,
Yeah.
it's your birthday.
I know that
Happy
one.
birthday, Lisa. Like, yeah, we like, oh no, I think you have to do the multiple birthday songs.
Yeah, you
If
gotta
don't-
do the
If you don't vote, you need to vote all four.
Here's what I'm trying to do is by the time we're 60 and 70 and our grandkids are the culture,
Yeah.
I want the Stevie Wonder birthday song to be the birthday song.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
that's possible.
It's way more catchy.
That's possible.
It's way more catchy.
Way
It's
more.
written by one of the greatest songwriters ever. Like the dude can't. I have a firm belief that the reason Stevie's so good with his music is because he can't see.
He can't see.
So because he can't see, he actually sees things in a way different way.
He's Daredevil of music.
Yeah, but there's also that conspiracy that he can't see.
I think
What do
it's
you think about
vibration.
these,
I think it's
conspiracies?
vibration.
Okay.
The homie was showing me the video of him catching the mic, right?
I've seen him live,
Right?
like walking to the
Right?
piano, bro.
And I told someone, listen, he feels it, man.
I do
He's
agree.
like Spider-Man.
I do agree with this, and like the way you mentioned Daredevil, absolutely. But Noah, it's a crazy thing. I'm just gonna bring this up. I love Stevie.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Songs in the Key of Life is one of my soundtracks. Like everything from Talk to God. I'm not religious at all. That's the only song that makes me think about God in that fashion. Fucking
That's
Summer
awesome.
Soft, he personifies every fucking season. Like he says winter is cheating on you with summer. Like anyway,
He's different.
he came out after Ray Charles. So I want you to think about something. This is the only thing about this conspiracy that like scratches me is we came out after Ray Charles at a time where like African Americans were all over pop culture, and there was a blind guy killing it. And right as that blind guy's career started to slow down, another African American blind guy came in the game. And to me, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a ruse, and he's so many years in it now that he can't, for the culture, come out and be like, I see y'all. That's my conspiracy, is that you've seen it in hip hop specifically. When 50 Cent came out and said he got shot 9 times, the next 3 years of rappers all had some dumbass wild story.
Someone got,
I got stabbed. Remember Dave Chappelle? He did the skit. He shot me in the ear. I can't hear shit. Remember? So to me, that's all I'm saying about the Stevie Wonder conspiracy, is that wouldn't blow my mind.
It wouldn't blow my mind either. I wouldn't put it past the music business to do that. Like have one ready, got one ready. Because they do it with groups, they do it with singers.
Backstreet Boys
yeah.
NSYNC,
They're
that was
ready.
one label. That was the same label that knew Backstreet Boys was expiring and pitted them against each other.
X-Town.
They didn't even tell them. NSYNC and Backstreet Boys had no clue they were signed to the same label for like a
I
year.
didn't know that.
They used to come to the studio at different times. There's this Netflix or YouTube documentary on Lou Pearlman.
I know
You guys
that.
gotta
Yeah,
watch that shit.
Lou.
Lou
Wow.
had them fighting each other. He had some of his team saying, "Hey, fuck NSYNC, they're trying to take your stuff off Backstreet Boys." Same dudes would go into the morning session with NSYNC. Fuck Backstreet Boys, you're the new thing.
Like 48 walls of power, just
Fucking
between
machine.
two groups.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Well, I want to get into your upbringing, man, because you're a real interesting person. Like,
Word.
real
Word.
just different.
Word.
From the first time I saw you performing Buus Hungry,
Word.
the reason I loved it so much was that a lot of times in music, like I don't have to listen, I don't want to name artists, but I like to have to listen to one artist because there's 9 other cats that sound like that. I can get that fixed from them. When I heard Buus Hungry, I was like, ooh. It struck something. So I want to give you a gift.
Right.
Part of my thing I do, I give every artist an album. Right? And I was really, this was like a weird one, so I was like, Noah, like, you said Merz compared you to a list of artists. I can compare you to so many different artists,
Yeah.
but I want to go back to the beginning. I want to go back to like Noa James,
Right.
early days.
Right.
So tell me if this album means anything to you. And then there was X. From 99, I try to correlate it to like your life and when you were growing up. That has that like one more road to cross. And you have one thing about you and X do so well is you're so vulnerable in your music. Like like when he would do prayers, you would feel his pain. That's him talking to God. And you also like you don't do the DMX prayers, but you do that in a sense.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. Like
I can tell.
Our road is so similar without me even knowing. Like I didn't even know like him being abandoned by his mom, him living with his grandma, him living in group homes.
I
Like
didn't know that.
yeah, that's like his life. Like his mom dropped him off and just walked away, like abandoned him when he was a kid.
What?
You know,
Wow.
one of his OGs made him like smoke crack, like tricked him into smoking
I
crack.
heard about that.
So there's a lot of things when I was coming up, like when I would dig into his life, I'm like, damn,
You felt some kind of
I
connection.
felt a connection. I felt all of it. I felt even why he was still kind of not lost, but haven't fully healed yet. I understand because sometimes it's the people around you. It's hard to fully heal when you're the leader of Rough Riders, and everything's on your shoulders. You know, and the only thing you want to do is play with your race cars and your dogs.
And just make music.
Make music.
Yeah, and this industry, as you know, the making music is the bare minimum.
And
It's literally
he
the
wanted
bare
to be
minimum.
90% of it, and y'all gonna do whatever. He's so good at it. He dropped 2 albums in 1 year and fucked everyone up.
Everyone.
Hole, you
Yeah.
name the greats.
His run was like 50 Cent's run.
Yes.
And you just might, I was too young to realize it at the time.
Man.
When you look back at it, what is it? It's dark and hell is hot.
Yeah.
And that one.
This one right
And then
here.
there
Yeah.
was
And
dropped
this was
98,
like
99.
you couldn't
Number
tell.
ones.
Couldn't
Yeah.
tell like raw passion. Like people assume that I love Biggie just because of size.
Yeah, and that's why I think
No.
when you said Merz compared you to Bone Crusher,
Yeah.
if I had Merz's number, I'd be like, hey,
Yeah.
you're a dick.
You know what it is?
Disrespect the Bone
No, I know
Crusher,
what
but
you
he's not
mean.
lyrical, dog.
Nah,
You're a lyrical.
I think it's the sound,
That is true.
The like fucking Bone Crusher sound like lightning's hit.
What did he used to
Thunder.
scream? Whatnot or?
Attention!
Attention! He can spell it all wrong.
Yeah, like that made me go, oh, and he was a bouncer and I was a bouncer too. So I understood, like, bro, I was a bouncer, I did bodyguard work, I did sumo for a year.
You
like,
did sumo?
Yeah, so it was all of these things
Damn,
that I
no,
did,
you're like
bro,
onion, these layers.
my grandma said make money off my size, so I did.
Like that,
yeah,
really?
yeah. She said you too big to be broke.
You're a big kid.
Yeah.
I read you were 5'10", 250 in middle school.
Man, what was I? Fuck, I don't even remember.
I read 7th grade somewhere, some interview back in the day.
I was bouncing while I was in junior high school.
Jesus.
So yeah, so I got a job as a bouncer in San Bernardino at this Latin bar right by the house, and the owner had to go talk to my grandma to get permission.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were under 18.
I was under 18. I was 16 going on 17.
So, I feel like this plays a huge role in what we hear sonically.
Yeah.
When anytime I do these interviews with you, I've seen you before.
Yeah.
I've already been a fan of your music, but I had to re-dive in. And after I re-dove in, I do my next step. I start reading the bio and try to get some info. And it really tripped me out. I was reading the bio and I'm like, okay, so you were 5'10". You were larger than the other people around you. You were height-wise.
Yeah.
You were hovering over people.
Yeah.
When I listen to your music, it's that almost like that same personification of yourself being above. You know what I mean? Like the monster in the room.
Like,
Kind of
they're
bigger than other people,
Yeah.
literally and metaphorically.
All of that. More even aware. Like in group homes, I was aware of what's going on. I had to be.
And I feel like I hear it in your music.
Yeah.
When you say things in Buus Hungry or Love Monster.
Yeah.
And do you feel like growing up as a kid, you almost felt like you were this like monster that you're personifying now?
Yeah, that was kind of like what I was taking. Like, especially all the wrestlers I was loving.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kamala, Papa Shango.
Was that chapter 11 and 18 where you did a whole verse reference and rap or verse?
Oh no, that's Love Monster's second verse.
Love Monster's second verse.
Yeah.
You bar for bar.
Yeah, it looked like RVD. It's like I did all of these things for love. Like it feeling like RVD taking the leap of faith. It's time to cook and I need a bake.
Yeah.
You know, like I kept on like each bar was like I was doing these wrestler moves and each moving forward to love. That at the end of the song I end up being Fonzie.
Wow.
Like, you know, Fonzie was the cool rebel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was, in his time, he was a monster. Even it was pleasant, but he was a rebel. Everyone looked at him as the bad guy, but he wasn't. He actually was a protector. Like that's what I started looking at. That's why it's the love monster. That's the duality of it. Like the paradox. Like I realized I am a paradox. I'm a fucking loving ass monster. I know what I am. I understand. I've been calling myself from a Titan to Cerberus to
Icarus.
you know, like all of these massive ass creatures, but they here for a reason. Even like Medusa, she's a monster, but she's a Gorgon, and she was actually protected by a goddess because the other gods was trying to rape her and all of that. So yeah, so that's one story of why Medusa's Medusa, because the other gods wanted her so bad that Aphrodite was like, Noah, this is not a curse, this is to protect you. Because any man that you lust over would and see you would turn into stone.
So do you feel like damn, bro, first off, you just dropped some heavy shit.
You know what I mean?
Are you
Like my grandmother is
like
6'1", my mom 5'10", you know what I mean?
Yeah, big fan.
My brother's 6'5", but they all loving.
Yeah.
But they vicious.
So that's the duality. That's where it comes from. Because to me, I can't imagine. I'm a smaller frame dude. I almost grew up with the exact opposite mindset. Literally, I grew up with the exact opposite. I'm the small man in the room. So I got to do things to accommodate that. So when I read that in the bio, to me that made so much sense. Why your music is, it's that like you personify yourself in so many different ways. Boo. Majin Buu, which is the hardest. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Innocent Boo.
That's one of the hardest themed records.
It is, bro.
Themed in the sense that you get it in that pocket of I am Majin Buu.
I'm Boo.
That shit is so hard. Like we can sit here and do a 4 hours Drink Champs episode on that record.
And I got Josh Martin on it, right?
The original dude.
So the dude who created the American voice for Majin Buu.
Amazing.
He raps. He's in the cover. He's in the Beastie Boy cover band.
Wait, what version of the song is he on?
No, I got him on Boo on a remix.
It's not released.
Not released yet. I'm gonna have to send it to you.
Please do.
Yeah, so it's like, even like, I pushed that song for 5 years.
I remember.
Right? And on the 5th year, like every year it got bigger and bigger, but the 5th year, here come Josh from 28 Nations. Here come the blogs, here come the Comic Con.
Currency?
Yeah.
I was the biggest Currency fan when you tweeted about it.
Oh man, that's...
And I had already seen you, so that was one of the affirmations for me of how much I believed in you.
Oh,
But at the time, that was when Currency was doing Pilot Talk. I think that was around Pilot Talk 3.
Yeah,
When he said that, and I was the biggest. I still love Currency.
That's
Currency, you just drop too much fucking music.
Yeah.
I've told people I can't keep up. You
Yeah.
got a new album every week.
You gotta keep up with Currency.
Yeah, but no, so that's that. I love that you went around for 5 years in that joint. You know,
Really?
Clips did that with Grinding.
Oh wow.
They went around.
Makes
They
sense.
didn't do 5 years, but
Well,
yeah, I think Push said a year or two.
Yeah.
No one knew who they were. They knew the record was so good. They just kept touring and doing shows, performing it. Like if everyone hears this, we're gonna be good.
That's what I
Just gotta
did.
make sure everyone hears it.
I did my first national tour with MERS. That's what I did. It like 60 shows. We did 60 shows. How many days? 2.5 months. And the record wasn't out. I was performing it a lot over and over.
Oh.
That's what I did. So for 2 years, I performed it without it being out.
And so you can only hear it live.
Only live. So many people come out the show, maybe build it up. Then when I got with Alpha Puff, I released it on Granny Said. I was holding Love Monster and Buus Hungry for the Granny Said album.
Wow. How long were you holding Love Monster?
About the same time.
Jesus Christ, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, 'cause I I
The
created.
beats are like brother beats.
Yeah, they're both created at the same time. They're related.
Has like that same energy.
Yeah, him, Brooke, like, yo, I got it. That way I remember the email. He said, yo, Noah, if you do what I think you're going to do, we got it.
Wow.
And that was so much pressure. And Lisa's aunt gave me absinthe, like the drink absinthe, right? And it's crazy. I was just reading about Edgar Allan Poe, how before he wrote The Raven, he would drink absinthe with orange juice.
Okay.
That was his drink. Real like hallucinating, whatever. So I'm like, I like that. So I record Buus Hungry in my living room in my socks. We figure out the best part of the living room to record, and I was on absinthe. I was.
And orange juice? Did you do orange
No,
juice?
one straight.
Oh, you had the real absinthe.
Yeah, just.
How do you even get that shit?
I was Laos.
Lisa.
Like, you know, they Asian, Laos, and Thai,
Yeah.
so it was like.
Because I've had bootleg absinthe.
Yeah.
Because you know they like make bootleg
Yeah,
absinthe.
yeah.
It doesn't have those original
Yeah,
chemicals.
chemicals.
In Europe, you can still get the OG
Yeah,
shit.
and this shit had me. She had to pour it out in the toilet because I was like when the second verse where my voice cracks, that was an accident, and we kept it in there. Eyes into the twilight. Chicken. Yeah, all of that is me.
Oh, wow.
It was a fucked up tape that we kept.
That's so great because that was my favorite part.
Yeah, that's a freak, bro.
Dirty fried bitches, side dishes.
Oh, like you literally sound like you're barking.
Yeah.
He said like, bruh. He like, dude, you sound like each bar with a fucking bark. I was like, damn. So we kept it. Then I kind of kept that flow too. I said, damn, I like that. But it was like creating that. I don't know. When you create a record where I was just open, I was like, man, I'm gonna rap about Dragon Ball Z and figure out like. I said I want to rap about anime, but not make it like a super anime song. It's me.
It was.
You know what I mean? This is me.
Well, you're personifying you as a rapper.
Yeah.
The way at least I saw it, maybe this wasn't your intention, but when I first heard the record, why I was so mesmerized, was you were rapping about essentially out competing your rap competition.
Yeah.
But perfectly personifying it in that
And
little
boom, yeah,
context.
turn my enemies into food. Like,
Yeah.
turn my enemies into productive energy. Turn my enemies into this. And that's what I wanted. I wanted people like look, be like, damn, that's Boo. Yeah.
A
Ain't
rapper
nobody-
wrist, a home slab.
And
Yeah.
I ate the shroom. Someone said, damn. I said, Boo lit. I said, Boo.
Yeah.
Boo, wow.
So that was obviously a big moment for you as far as
Yeah.
record-wise, having that.
It was my, I think, because I did pay right. I had this point where I'm doing pay dues. I gotta rock the bells. I'm doing tours, but I'm not on blogs, and I'm not doing this, and I don't really have a song that everyone's catching, but I have a really good live show. I got really good music, but shit wasn't sticking to where I remember getting on Two Dope Boys, and they were like, where he been? Like, I was like, damn, I thought I'm out here grinding.
Yeah.
I'm out here knocking out 260 shows a year.
Yeah.
You know, I'm grinding in this field. And I think that song made me, it made me stop having imposter syndrome. You know, that song made me feel like, all right, I'm here to stay.
You felt like
I
you
felt
belonged.
I belong.
Yeah, because every artist needs that. It's like an NBA player. You need that one game.
That
That
one,
40-point game with your buzzer beater. To then now we can start talking about, you know.
Everything
yeah,
else.
exactly.
So that, like, not because it was like I was getting everything, awards, all this shit, but still wasn't like a song where 300 people is singing live and just like want you to perform that 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's hard. That was like,
Have you done that?
yeah, like
3 times in a row?
like 5 times in a
Wow.
row. Like, oh, do it again, Noah. And the crowd is with me
Every
and,
time.
And by the time the 4th one, I'm going, yeah. I'm not even rapping. I'm just, I'm just yelling in the mic, and they know the lyrics. They know it. I was like I cried those moments because that's hard to do. To make a song, even make a song where they don't even know who the fuck Majin Buu is. That my homeboy's girlfriend went and watched Dragon Ball Z so she can feel included.
Wow.
To feel included in the song, because
Yeah.
I would go to their house it's a frat house, and everyone played a song. She's like, who is Majin Buu? She said, I thought his boo was hungry. She said, I thought Lisa was hungry. His boo was hungry. I said, no, it's not. It's his character. I'm sorry. I feel so bad.
No.
She said, feed her. I was like, what?
You thought you're turning people into food.
Yeah, like, she's like, that's so cute.
I mean, metaphorically, like
Yeah.
you're beating your competition so you can take care of Lisa. I wasn't gonna let us do this interview without shouting out Lisa.
Oh,
Lisa's
all
not on the
day,
camera
you know.
right now, but anyone who follows knows.
I know what's up.
That's one of the most beautiful things about you. Something I learned in business. This is not something I learned in music, but I apply it to music. Is I look at how somebody treats their significant other, and I know that they will never treat me better than how they treat them. And I've learned, I made some of the people who I've been like hella close to artist-wise, who earn me, who like cost me 5K, 6K, fuck my credit up, this one, there's that. When I look back, I'm like, damn, look at the way they treated their spouse, their baby mama, or whoever they were with at the time. I'm like, why was I foolish enough to think they're gonna treat me better?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sleeping with you, I'm not in bed with you, I'm not cooking you dinner. So anyway, one of the things I really respect about you, Noah, is how you put Lisa on a pedestal.
Oh, all day.
And I think she does that for you too. So
Yeah,
you have
all
to
day.
shout Lisa out. Give
All
her
day.
a round of applause.
Shout out to the queen.
They say every great man, that whole no. I think any successful entity is a team.
Yeah.
And since the beginning of time, unless you're fucking Prince. Even Prince, we have Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is
Yeah.
right there.
Wow.
Literally, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis are right there.
What?
I got into some shit with someone who I said, that's the dude who gave Janet Jackson Prince's sound. And he's like, they're the dudes that gave Prince his sound. But anyway, my point is that's always been a team, right?
Yeah.
Even when you look at Prince, I think when you see Noa James, Lisa is a huge part
You
of
know the team. Y'all know what's up. Y'all see Lisa J. Y'all don't see her without me. I'm sad. I just know that.
Well, anyway, I had to do that shout out. I also wanted to thank you for this.
Oh,
and I
man.
want to pop this out for everyone to see.
Self-love is really magic.
Woo-hoo!
You
You
know?
know what I love about your quotes and your merch and everything? It goes back to the duality.
Yeah.
And you know, not just to bring up you being 5'10".
Yeah.
Your music is aggressive, extremely aggressive, like almost like scary aggressive, right?
Yeah.
But then like the words, everything's about love.
It is about love. It's a paradox.
So I gotta bring up the reason that a couple years, Orca, I see Orca. Seems to be popping up like,
Yeah.
you remember Anamorphous?
Yep. Animorphs.
That's like the first thing is Noah, and the last one's is great,
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah.
Orca, right?
Yeah.
Orcas are the SeaWorld whales.
Yeah.
Okay, killer whales?
Killer whales.
Killer whales, and I like that you say orca and not killer
Yeah.
whale.
There's really killers of whales.
So where did this whole thing start? The orca thing? 'Cause it fits so beautifully, and I'll get into
Man, you
why.
know what? When I first started music, I had like the animal name. I had the intelligent, elegant elephant. I was
Intelligent, elegant
Yeah, when I
elephant.
would rap, I'm like, yo, you know what's that? But it's me, the intelligent, elegant elephant. Everyone's like, oh,
Yeah.
right? And the dude like, why you rap about like you the elephant? Like he said, is it size? I said, no, it's balance and loyalty. Like, you know, like these herd animals, they're pods, they're big, right? So from elephants to orcas, it was like the same thing, right? But I feel like I'm more of a water animal than a land animal, right? I feel like I'm more elusive like that. I think I'm more how orca is, like they stay with their mate forever. They build pods big. They're all about communication. They're all about intelligence. They're all about exploring, adventures. They're all about balance. And I love the balance of them. Like they are, you know, they're smiling all the time, but at the same time, these are vicious.
They're smiling?
They're smiling. Every time they look like they're smiling. Even if they're eating, they look like they're smiling.
Interesting.
So I love that about them.
Yeah, it literally is like the way this leg of your career and the way you kind of describe the duality approach to music. When you
Orca.
drop, what was the one you did with Daniel Hammond?
Orca Waters.
Orca
There's
Waters.
an Orca in water.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
That right then was when I think we DM'd each other. I had to hit you like, bro, this is funny.
Yeah.
I gotta wrap this up because that you did it again.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that Rick and Morty, like Rick, you son of a bitch.
Oh
again.
man,
Like you did that shit again.
that's a crazy record. I was thinking about like clips and grinding and Pharrell on that record.
Yeah.
And how the beat was made. So I like, I'm gonna rap in this pocket. I'm gonna rap slow like this. I'm gonna rap in this tone. And I really want to put like this is who the worker is. Even I'm talking about what I say in the hook. I'm like, there's a worker in the water. And I'm like, if you are negative, get the fuck out the water. If you are not a positive person, get the fuck out the water. And people like, dude, in the background, that's what I'm yelling.
Yeah.
Like while I was going, and I said, that's to me, that's a duality, because I'm loving. I'm a loving person. That's my default. But at the same time, I'm not the turn the cheek person. I'm not that person. You know, you give me love, I give you love. You give me shit, you don't exist at all. You touch me, I'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
You do anything like, it's not gonna be like, oh no, like nah. Because people would look at love as once you get or get self-love, something weak, something you got weakened.
Yeah.
Like not knowing that, no motherfucker, I'm about to be at Super Saiyan God Saiyan in a minute, because love takes a lot. Positivity takes a lot.
Absolutely. It's harder.
It's harder. So by the time I harness this love and you know, and people are like, but you still will be violent. I said, I would like, yes, I would like literally, I will whoop your ass in the name of love, for real. I will positively fuck you up. But positive, like.
And when I think of a whale,
Yeah.
I think of this beautiful sea creature going around and putting all the other, you know, fish or sea animals in fear.
Yeah.
But then, like, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining that right.
No,
I look at it like such a peaceful thing.
they're,
But in the ocean, it's a motherfucker.
yeah, like they're top predators. They're the top predators of everything, right? At the same time, they're majestic. They're the most majestic beings, because they don't really bother so much. They only eat sea lions, stingrays, and drowned whales. Anything else, it's just like how they do it. It just looks gruesome. Yeah, they just looks gruesome. Yeah, they drown. They're killer of whales because they eat whales, and the pod would drown the whale. Really, like, would take the whale would try to go up and down, and they would take the whale all the way down.
The orca would drown the other whale.
The other whale, like a grayback, or a gray whale, or a humpback, or a sperm whale, or you know what I mean? Like, they would literally drown. That's how fucking terrifying they would drown a whale. You know what I mean?
That's why I fucking hate the ocean.
And they're dolphins. The thing is, they're not even whales. Orcas, killer whales are not even whales. They're dolphins. They're big ass dolphins.
They're just big ass dolphins.
That's why they're so fucking smart. They're big ass dolphins. Huge, 30 foot to 45 feet dolphins.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it makes sense with my music to where I start bringing that in, like the elegant of it.
It does
The dope,
make sense.
You know what I mean?
It's so perfect.
The black and white, the yin and yang of it. You know, I'm like, oh, this is me.
And you've been on this for years, even before.
I gotta get it. You know, gotta work on it, man.
You did a whole project with Nut Life.
Yeah, Nut Life, yeah.
Like all Orca.
It's crazy. Before Nut Life, I did a project called The Adventures of Young Orca.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And I did that project because I got on paid dues, and I couldn't do shows under Noa James because of my radius clause. Right? So I started going under Young Orca. So I dropped the project as Young Orca also.
Wait, we gotta figure this out. So you had it wasn't a label situation? It was
Nah, it was
a show you were doing?
I was on paid dues. I got on paid dues. It was like my first big festival. I went and signed the contract. It had a radius clause, like Noa James can't perform between a 50 or 100 mile radius.
For 30 days, probably.
30 days before and after.
I remember these days.
Right?
Yeah.
From San Bernardino County, Orange County, and Los Angeles County. I'm like, where the fuck am I performing at?
I'm not gonna eat for 6 days.
Right, that's what I was. I was like, yo, it gotta be a way I can use the stepping stone to utilize this. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not Kendrick, at the time, I'm not these big artists that, like, they get on this and it's cool. Nah, I'm gonna use this 60 days as a campaign of me being on paid dues, a local artist at that, and I have to I gotta strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
And I said, how the fuck I'm gonna do
That's
that?
fucked up that they did that.
You
Someone
know?
from Pay Dues should have known, because Pay Dues was in the IE, right?
Yeah, it's an
The
IE.
IE protected Pay Dues in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
The IE is a home of all of our festivals.
It's all the festivals.
So they gotta protect the IE cat.
But it was cool. Marriage is like, you know, you gonna figure something out. I said, can I go under another name? Like, yeah. So,
yeah,
like,
fuck it. Oh, that's
so
cool.
I did Young Orca, dropped the project as Young Orca, and that's like the true beginning of Orca Man.
God.
Here come all the songs. Here come making sure I got Orca sounds in my music. My DJ got Orca sounds.
Your
I got
DJ got Orca sounds?
ooh, like right on cue. I got the crowd. I remember opening up for Dipset, right? And they was like, the homie introduced like, we got Noa James, we got an Orca Man to the stage, and you hear the crowd go, ooh, and the homie like, are y'all making Orca noise? Like, you know, well noises?
Yeah.
The crowd was making well noises. And dude said, you so like dope and silly and like, I like, because I said, when you be yourself,
Yeah.
it's authentic.
Absolutely. And
That's all it is.
And that's how you get a real fan.
Yeah.
That's why I've been a fan of you for so long.
Man,
if you were something else when you dropped Booze Hungry,
Yeah.
and now you're doing something different, and at any point I didn't see like, oh, he's not who I think he is,
Yeah.
you lose that as a
Yeah.
fan.
Nah, I'm me to the fucking core. I'm like, I don't know how not to rap about my life, my granny, my love, what about love, health, wealth, darkness, light, God,
Yeah.
everything. I like everything that I love. Like literally, that's like I don't have writer's block because of that. Like I can't have writer's block. I always got something to write about.
Yeah.
Every day I get to write. Like today, I'm gonna get to write about today. I'm gonna be able to have 6 bars about today.
Yeah, I
You
love
know
it.
what I mean?
love it.
Rapping about me and having an interview in front of the fucking wall.
I like
You
all
know what I mean?
People walking by.
And that's what like I really find out how to make music a little easier on me creating. Like just life, rap about life.
Yeah. No, you do a great job.
When you're a liar, it's hard.
Yeah. You know what happens, bro? They make me interview people that I don't necessarily like their music, or I know they're capping. And the funniest is when, like, you know, we're in that, like, when you first walk in, you see yourself on the screen, they're like, oh, this is so cool, thanks, man, blah, blah, blah. They're like me, like, you know, happy-go-lucky, blah, blah. They come in here and they sit, they're like, yeah, so, you know, I was in Chicago, shit, crazy, man, I catch bodies. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Dude, I met back there.
No, not the body capture.
Yeah, but even though, but you know what? For a lot of times, people have to do that. You know, Nardwuar. I love Nardwuar.
I love
for,
Nardwuar.
For what I do here, I wasn't going to be a host prior to this falling into my lap. So like, as a kid, I was like, I want to be Nardwuar. But once this became one of my jobs, I was like, oh, that's the dude I'm going after. I'm coming after you.
Serbian?
Right? The human Serbian. You know, he even puts a character on.
Yeah, I see it.
I feel like the difference between me and I love you, Nardwuar, is I'm never gonna put a character on.
Yeah.
You know, but
I think he's been in it so long.
yeah, and it works. People
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
People love it. But like for anyway, so with you, Noah, you're very authentic.
Oh man,
You're as
thank you,
authentic
man.
as it gets.
That's what I want to be, man. Like I want to be as authentic in this business to the end. Like I want to make it as far as possible. Just being me. Like, and I know that's the road that's less traveled.
Absolutely.
That is a road that less traveled. But man, if I tell y'all the views I've seen, the shit I'm able to see on that road, the people I'm able to meet.
Can we
like,
talk about somebody you met recently?
Who?
I saw you with another IE legend.
Who?
You know who I'm talking about with the cat from that.
Big hit.
The motherfucker that had Nas say, how's the IE weather?
Hey man, shout out to Hit Boy.
Shout
man.
out to Hit Boy.
Shout out to Hit
What-
Boy.
You gotta give me some context, bro. I
Man,
can't just see
I've
the
been
picture.
building. I've been building with Cat for a minute, you know.
The Hit?
Yeah, for just from my area. But I would just DM them like, just you're from my area, and you shining light on our IE. I'm gonna share your shit. I'm gonna post your shit.
So you were just showing them love.
Just showing him love. I know him. I know like people he run with. I used to book Chasing Cash and Kent Money back in the day.
Shit.
When Audio Push was the push, and their mama would drop them off at shows, at my show. Like I don't realize how much of an OG I am.
Yeah.
Like I don't realize it because I feel new in some way. Like where I'm from, I'm an OG, but in this industry, I'm new as fuck. You might think
yeah.
people might think I'm an industry plant when I come out, you know. But it's like it's so
They don't know.
They don't know. Like,
Yeah.
but it's I've been knowing for a minute, and he's been wanting to do records with me, but it's like, you know, he's doing his schedule is fucking crazy, and you know, I'm not like, when it happens, right? It's crazy. He hit me up the day my sciatic nerves start fucking up real bad, and I'm thinking about my granny. And out of nowhere, I'm going, and it's crazy. I'm on my way to LA to get merchandise for Be Majestic, and I just get a DM like, "Yo, pull up if you can. I got some beats for you."
Wow.
Yeah.
From Hit directly, not like someone in the camp.
Nah, in the hit. I'll show you the DM.
I believe it. So,
Yeah.
you know what I gotta ask.
Yeah.
You know what I have to ask.
Yeah.
When am I gonna hear Noa James in the hip?
Man, hopefully before the end of this year. We got
Okay.
4 records right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we created 2 the day we met
He's
up.
gonna let you drop them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have to, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, he don't have to.
At Hit Boy's level, he can say,
Hey,
I'm,
yeah.
you know, X amount per record.
Yeah.
I want this, and I need you to sign this
Yeah.
and that. He's just like, hey, I want you to
Yeah.
have these.
Like I think he want to help release them.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Yeah, and that's even different. Like,
That's better for you.
that's better. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. In my whole career, I could name everybody who helped me out. Everyone, right? And it's not a lot of people that extend their hand like that to me, right? But everyone think, you know, I got a punch in my career that people think I didn't need help, right? That's because this is what it looked like. Because me and
popping, you don't need
me and Lisa grind. We grind no matter what. You're gonna see it with a merchandise, pressing
I see
merch,
you do it.
tours, grinding.
Oh, look at the kids. The
Hey!
kids love the Orca.
Hey!
That's awesome, man. That's what I love about being.
I love, yeah, this tight. They got the roses with their mamas.
Yeah.
But man, he hit me and I was overwhelmed, bro. I was overwhelmed. It was me knowing him hitting me up. Me, him, I got DMs him saying, "Yo, I just showed Nas this record of yours." I'm like, what?
I just showed Nas.
Yeah, I just showed Nas Mere More Orca. Know that Mere More track I got with Nug? He loves that record. He would show Nas that record.
Wow.
And I'd be like, damn, what? I hit up Steven. I'm like, Steven, what do I do with this info?
Yeah.
Steve said, do what you been doing. He said, no, you just support him and you just show love. And I'm like, yeah, because I feel like you that big and you from the IE, man, light bounces, right? Light reflexes, right? So I never believed in a crabs in a bucket mentality. I never believed in like monkeys in a barrel, because all right, you're boxed in. The boxes don't exist. The crabs and the bucket don't exist.
Right.
The monkeys in the barrel don't exist. You're forming these things around you. Or you're forming these situations to make it complex for you. And you're making these situations so you can have an excuse if you don't make it.
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting ready to fail. So I don't even put that in my life. So I don't know. I realized to support. Just support. I'm gonna build with you. And you're that big and you repping IE, and everyone know I'm from IE. Someone came to say where I'm from. Bro, that Nas record got so that record when Nas did like, oh, how IE weather. You know how many texts I got? You know how many texts I got?
Yo, Nas said the IE.
Yo, Nas said from motherfucker from Hawaii, overseas. Like, how many texts I got?
People were happy for Noah.
For me, because he's mentioning the IE and they know, damn.
And I think that's why Noah, that's why Hit gravitated towards you.
Man.
I think cats from the IE, similar to me, like before I knew Hit Boy was from the IE, I knew who you were and I knew you were from the IE.
Man.
And then even before I heard Audio Push, to me it's the same reason why when I close my eyes and I think of the IE, it's going to sound funny, but I think of you and I think of Cher. Because when I heard about Cher moving to Palm Springs, that's the craziest thing. I heard Cher and Frank Sinatra went to Palm Springs to get the fuck out of LA and all the Hollywood shit. And that's why downtown Palm Springs is so banging. That's like a little, it's like Rodeo.
That's crazy. Like,
Rodeo Drive with terrible weather. Like,
Yeah.
it's beautiful out there. So anyway, I think I think Cher.
that's crazy. Like, shoot, Lucy LuBall and Daisy Hernandez were living in Pomona. That's why Pomona's like that. Sammy Davis Jr. was in San Bernardino.
Who made Rancho poppin'? One of you motherfuckers made Rancho.
Friday.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah, that one made.
I used to have retail stores, cricket violence stores. I made all my money in the IE.
Yeah.
Anything you see on me, like little jewelry I've copped, is from those days.
Yeah.
Hemet made me
Oh,
money.
Hemet is lit.
Menifee made me
Man,
money.
ooh, you in the
Murietta,
boonies.
That's where we made money.
You're in the rural
I
land.
used to go to Hemet 6 days a week.
Oh, you wow. You're a wild man.
6 days a week so I can get enough money to come back to music and do it my way.
Listen, y'all understand how far Hemet is?
We don't go to him.
We don't go like that's like Banning and Cherry Hills but it's crazy when you go to Palm Springs. I love Palm Springs.
No, Palm Springs is
That's
beautiful.
all he said. Cher and Noah. I love Cher too.
Yeah. But no, you're who I think of the IE.
Nah.
So these records with hit are coming.
Now they're coming, man. We created 4 records and it was tight. It was really like it was crazy. I had the first studio session. My sciatic nerve is bad, and I'm recording standing up. You know,
so you can hear the pain.
Nah, you can't even hear it.
Oh,
You
wow.
can't even hear it, bro. I'm so
Wow.
listen. When my grandmother passed, shout out to Lisa on this too. When my grandmother passed, I didn't know how to mourn correctly, right? Because it was so fresh. So what I was doing is I was booking myself 24-hour sessions. And when I was creating I did 4 or 5 of them, and I was creating between 10 to 17 songs a session.
Yeah.
So I was training.
Mm.
I was training myself. It was days my back were hurt during these sessions. But I was training for myself just in case in that pain. So it was like preparation.
Okay.
I prepped myself, for real, and Lisa tweeted, she said, "This is why he prepped." She said, "This is why, you don't understand, some people don't understand why I was doing the 24-hour session, but for these moments, I feel like I'm gonna get a whole album with Alchemist. And I every time I see him, I tell him that.
Yeah.
I said, listen, you haven't messed with him. I said, you haven't heard a fat rapper like me. All the time.
No, you an Alchemist would be
Yeah,
great.
I would make for Sean, yo, introduce me to the Alchemist.
Yeah.
Introduce me, right? So it's I'm prepared for these sessions. I'm prepared because I want to be a career musician.
Yeah.
I want to be a professional rapper.
Mhm.
That's different. I want to be so professional that at the end of the day, I got a fucking what's that called, Lisa, in Vegas?
Residency.
Yeah.
A residency. I want a residency where I'm rapping, I'm doing magic, and I'm hosting, all of that, some Rat Pack
no,
shit.
we manifest right now.
Yeah.
We both know where the fuck it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Fuck Vegas. Fuck LA. You taking your residency to the IE.
Oh
You're gonna
man,
be in Palm
San
Springs.
Manuel,
Yeah.
Fucking for the,
Let's
for
go.
the natives. We're doing it for the
Oh,
natives.
I went damn.
That might be.
That might be in 5 years.
Might
real
be a
fast.
move.
Bro, that's too. You know what's crazy about that, bro? I used to ghostwrite for a label called Voodoo Nation Records.
Okay.
And that's a record label that's on San Manuel's reservation, Embry Hills.
They own San Manuel?
They're part of San Manuel. So Voodoo Nation Record is a label that's part of San Manuel. And there's an artist on there named Short Dog.
Like a native label.
He is a Native American label.
Oh,
And when I was in high school, I used to ghostwrite for them, and they used to invite me to the reservation all the time.
Bro, this is gonna happen for
Damn, that's gonna happen.
Oh,
yeah.
sure. You should have
That-
signed with them, bro.
Yeah.
You know they don't pay
Yeah.
taxes.
Yeah.
You know the native people don't have to pay nothing. They never get
I would know what's crazy.
Y'all earned that, right?
Y'all earned that, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
You
earned
know what
that.
it was? I was in the studio with who was an engineer? It was Rick James engineer. It's the same dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
The white dude that's in party all the time, helping Rick.
No, in the video?
In the video. So that same dude was engineer for Voodoo Nation Records.
Wow.
And I was in high school, and he was kind of helping me how to record it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Shout out to him.
yeah, it was. It's damn, bro. You just brought some memories.
Yeah.
Like you said, I had an interesting ass life
You have a
because I
crazy
used to
journey.
be in high school, go from football to the studio to bouncing, and I'm a junior.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It shows that you
Yeah.
really grind. And you really are I stopped rapping at like 17, 18.
Oh,
But
man.
if I was to have continued rapping, this is the career path I would have loved to have gone.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's like building it up the right way. Laying the bricks by yourself.
Yeah.
It's going to take you way longer to build the house.
That's
But when
my
that
goal,
house is
bro.
built,
Yeah.
every single brick you put there, you know where every
Yeah.
brick is. You
Every
know
brick.
every square, you know what I mean? So
Every street, every road.
I love the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
So what's next, Noah?
Shoot, more albums, consistent more albums.
Well, you've been consistent.
Yeah,
You say that like you haven't been.
Well, you know what? I've been dropping number singles this year.
Yeah,
Like,
last
so,
like year or two. I think.
yeah, so I got an album called King Orca coming out with Audio King. I got another one called King Kaiju with Polly Rob and Doughboy. They did TF album, Scandalous Summers.
Okay,
So
okay.
they produced Scandalous Summer. So they produced a whole album for me. I got a Hit Boy album. So to me, it's like like I tell Noah, all right, it's 2022. It's all about leveling up and maintaining. So this year I'm leveling up to a point to where next year I'm going to maintain it. So that's and it's new right now. It's like pandemic is still here, but not. So I'm getting back in swing of tours, getting back in swing of merchandise. I really want a storefront for Be Majestic. So that's been like a goal of ours.
Well, you'll find somewhere in the IE, somewhere you get a 5-year lease.
No, they gonna fuck with us.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. The older I get, is both sides of entrepreneur and artist. And some stuff go on the simmer burner, some stuff go on the front. So while I'm dropping all these singles, I got a lot of entrepreneur for merchandise. Cannabis deal with Hey Buds.
Yep.
Shout out to Natasha. Shout out to Stephen J. Shout out to Cody J.
Yeah, shout out Steven. We can't end
Yeah,
this
shout out to
without
Stephen
saying
J.
Steven, man.
Shout out to the homie Cody James. Shout out to Lisa J. That deal, that's like my first legal cannabis deal. Everything else been trafficking.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's crazy? Like, I told my mama that I said, Mama, like, this is my first like legal deal, and me and her talking about like I used to sell crack with my mom. I used to sell drugs with my mom.
Hold on, you said I used to sell crack.
Yeah, I used to like
with my
mom. So it was like it was a point to where shit, I flushed my mom crack when her PO like Mirror Mirror isn't the second verse, isn't like the first verse isn't a thing when I said hiding crack in a cookie jar. Like that's a real story where her PO was coming to the house and the PO don't go in a room where all the kids was in. So I decided to put all the kids in a kitchen. So I got all my cousins going in the kitchen, and I hid the drugs in the kitchen. So the PO wouldn't go in the kitchen, because I know for sure my mom is about to go to jail because she wasn't thinking the PO was gonna pop up, you know. So like bro. Every time I think about that, I go like, fuck, like damn, mama, granny, shit. My granny taught me how to make moonshine, like. And I was selling moonshine, my own moonshine in the bathtub.
Wow.
And I'm selling it in high school. Yeah, Lisa didn't believe me until a girl left a comment on my Facebook. She said, remember that moonshine you sold in high school? And she said, God damn.
Look at you now.
I'm like, look at me
You
now.
selling weed
Legally.
You got the merch coming.
Legally, everything legal.
I know the music's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
I'm just excited to see what this next chapter, this next evolution.
I'm about to listen to this to even
Yeah,
get more
man.
inspired.
Yeah, man. I was choosing between that and Grand Champ. I didn't have It's Dark and Hell is Hot. I had given that away. So I was gonna choose, and I said, you know what? Like I wanted to give you that original DMX energy when it was still untainted.
That dude prayed for me, bro. I've been in prayer circles with DMX. Every time X came to Cali and to the IE since 2014, I opened for him. It don't
Every
matter.
time?
Every time.
Wow.
I don't matter if I had to sell tickets.
So you had like a real close.
Like, no, even with that, with Drew or with his camp, I would find a way to get in. You know what I mean? You can tell that X isn't like, he's personal, but at the same time, I was so much of a fan, just being in that, you know, or being allowed to be on stage with him. You know, kicking everyone out.
Yeah.
And his daughters was on stage. And the security was like, looking at me and Lisa like, these two? And all the people like, nah, they're good. These two's good.
Wow.
Because all his daughters was on stage.
They saw you as family.
Yeah, I was like, man, just being around, or every time I see him, I like, peace king, legend, showed him all like love, like that's it. And just to like, I don't know, I just wanted to be around that energy when he came around.
Yeah.
And just I don't need no crazy conversation. I don't need to go eat dinner with you. I don't even need a record with you. You know what I mean? Like, it's really like that present to even like first be near a prayer, then be in the prayer.
Be
Like,
prayed for, yeah.
be prayed for, and then like I get emotional about it because it's like, dude,
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
To think all your hard work, you grew up in New York, inspired by this man,
And this dude-
and you guys both had such troubled journeys, so much trouble. Like, if I'm correct, you served 8 months for some shit that wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
Like, you both have had some troubled journeys. So to come to that moment, full circle, that he prayed for you, I'm glad that happened before you transcended.
Yeah, man. This
I'm really glad.
2017, 16, we
Right
did it.
before it
Yeah.
happened.
So this is like, yeah, man. This is it's moments like that that made me go like, damn, all right, I'm good. I'm in a good space, and I don't know. That's my testament of how much I really love to do. I remember I had to sell almost 80 tickets for a show for him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just to be able to open?
Just to open.
Wow.
And I fucking end up selling over 100 tickets, and he ended up coming late, so I ended up doing like a 35-minute set.
Hey.
Yeah, right before he went on.
Oh, you were right before.
Yeah, they let me right before he went on. They're like, no, you put your co-headline. I said no.
He was doing Buus Hungry, and they're like, he needs to keep going because DMX isn't here.
Yeah.
Like, well, we did Buus Hungry. Let's
Yeah,
do
let
it.
me know. Crazy thing is, all my little homies in the crowd, and I just did a show with them, right? And I had all their music on a flash drive. I'm fucking tired. So I'm on stage, and I said, Konami, Dice, Cam, in the middle, and they all ran around, got on stage. And
You needed help. You were like,
yeah. And my homie was like, yo, Noah, I never see someone call his homies from the crowd in front of 3,500 people to come rock a song.
Wow.
He said, that's MCing. I said, for real? He said, because you did it so smooth, everyone's getting excited.
Yeah.
He said, everyone's like,
I mean, that's what your job is you're a master of ceremonies.
Man,
I
I
supposed to
yeah.
entertain the people in the crowd by any means necessary.
and whatever I need to do. I'm tired. I just did Boo. Actually have like 3 more songs I can do, but that's not gonna make up the 20 more minutes I have to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, let me bring all my homies up, man. And it was like at the Fox Pomona. It was a legendary night. I could like, it was so crazy that one of the homies was performing, and Rough Riders pulled up, the biker crew.
Mhm.
It was so loud that he had to stop.
Damn.
It looked like a scene out of Last Dragon, right?
Yeah.
When Show Enough came through the movie theater and busted through, and all the people looking, that's how it is. See all these Rough Rider jackets coming to the front,
Damn.
bruh. I said,
Everyone cleared out too.
Yeah,
Like,
bruh.
this is your pick.
Yeah, bro,
Your
it was
pick.
wow. And shout out
We've
to
had
them.
some crazy journeys. No, we're gonna have to do this like annually or like
Oh,
twice a
man.
year.
We tell
because
some stories.
Your life, you know, I get limited to like 30 to 60 minutes when I look at like Nori and who is it? Nori and Ebro,
Yeah.
Nori and Effin, whatever the other guy's name is. My bad. They get like 3 hours.
Oh, man.
I can't even watch a Drink Champs episode because it's too fucking long.
It's a long
But we have a lot more to cover, man. I don't want to take you like we can sit here
All right.
all night. But I gotta say a couple of things before we do check out, man. I am proud to be a fan of yours.
Man.
You're somebody that like you're so authentic to your music and you care so much about the music. Absent of all this, like I want to be famous. You could have. Let's be very transparent. A lot of motherfuckers who have 300,000 Instagram followers do not have more fans than Noa James. You
Man.
kept it organic since I met you.
Man,
I gotta
thank
applaud you for that.
Thank you,
You've
man.
never bought no followers. What I've seen,
Yeah.
everything's so organic. And
Yeah.
it's I really appreciate as a fan that you haven't succumbed to the industry.
Nah.
And
Buy nothing. If it's 52 likes and 6 comments or whatever, appreciate them people that's liking and appreciate commenting on that because it I don't know, they're just to me they're just as important as anyone. So that's how I took it as like I appreciate you being so much of a fan, you're a fan. You know what I mean?
Absent of that, like you have more social currency with your fans than a lot of these artists that are real big do. I sit here with people who got #1 record, and if they went and did a show right now and you did a show next to each other,
It's gonna be a hard day.
Everyone's gonna be at nine.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm blessed, bro. I'm really blessed for that.
We're blessed as fans too. I want to give you this as a fan.
Thank you.
I don't get to do these interviews from a fan's perspective always, because a lot of the music today sucks. You know?
Oh, man.
That is what it is. I get to do this as a fan, so I wanted to say thank you and just know that, like, we the people will always fuck with you and protect you. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like, this house you built that you have, whether it's 100 square feet or 10,000 square feet, is yours. You know what I mean? Thank you for all the music. The Orca came through. Dash.
Orca, man.
Anybody who's watching this interview and isn't too familiar with Noah, I'm gonna tell you what I recommend. Go to Granny Said and just jump into it, because I feel like that's a very good kind of like a melting pot of everything
It
you
is.
put out, and you delivered on. Not that you have it on other projects.
That's my best project.
That's I don't want to be a dickhead.
Nah, I got people that I knew for 10 years. I'm like, Noah, I never understood none of your music until this album.
Yeah.
Like, it made them actually comprehend me. Like, that album on Rosetta Stone. That's what it is. It's my life.
It's your songs in the key of life.
Yeah.
It's your thriller. So
So-
anyone who doesn't know Noah, go check that out.
Granny Said.
I can't wait to hear the follow up.
Woo!
You dropped a few albums after.
Yeah.
But I feel like what's coming. You
Yeah,
got
it's
some
coming.
shit to hit.
It's coming.
It's coming, man. From the
Oh!
IE to LA.
Oh!
We fuck with Noa James. Dash Radio is always supporting motherfuckers like Noa James.
Thank you, Zach.
So thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for the merch. Everybody remember, let me make sure I have it right. Self-love.
It's really magic.
I almost said majestic. Self-love is really magic.
Hey, Charizard holographic.
Keep that shitty energy to yourself, everybody.
Yes.
This is the Orca, your boy Noa James, My One, Dash Radio. We're out. Oh, hell yeah, we did that thing. Can I get some audio drops?
Yeah.
For Dash? Because
Yeah.
you know, like, I'm always submitting your songs.
Alright.
So now it will give them more leverage to play it, because they'll have audio drops. It makes us look all right.
Gotcha.
So you can just do, this is Noa James, and this is the Dash Radio. You can do it in your fashion.
Word.
And then if you have a specific song that you got coming or something that you want to, like, you're listening to on Dash Radio.
Oh, word. Sure, I might
Take your time too.
do
You
this
can do
hungry
it
too.
many as you like. Yeah, you should.
What's good is an Orca man, Noa James. You're listening to Dash Radio. You know what it is. You're listening to Buus Hungry on Dash Radio. Buus Hungry. This is Noa James on Dash Radio being so majestic. Tune in, get the app, listen, get it.
Oh, perfect. We good.
Promo run.
Yeah. You know my favorite thing about Hollywood is when I see the families from out of town,
Yeah.
and I'm like, y'all came here. Because people think
Yeah.
that's the worst part of LA.
Oh, yeah.
No,
We
yeah.
get people who come here, and the first thing they ask me is, where's Hollywood? I'm like, you're here.
You're here.
Welcome.
This is the glory. Oh, in all its glory, right here.
I tell everyone, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Go to Venice. My thing is,
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
from out of town is
Go to the
Venice
beach.
is the epitome of LA. You're gonna see a Bentley,
Everything.
and you're gonna see a guy shitting next to it.
Yep.
He said, God, shit.
Yeah,
to
you
it.
get the whole thing. What's up, man? How's everything in there?
Ah, it went good. I'm just trying to upload.
You guys all done?
Yeah, we're finished.
Oh, cool. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Everyone wrapped up at the same time?
We all finished up at the same time.
Perfect. So I'll need like 2 weeks to get this out.
Oh,
So
yeah.
usually run like an hour, so the editing also gonna be a bitch, but I'm gonna get it done.
I feel you.
Because I do the two angles, so
Yeah,
a
you
lot of
gotta-
times when you're speaking, I call that the Vlad TV angle, and that was just you.
Shirley, who's Shirley over there? Shirley now?
Shirley, my girl, I love
Yeah,
Shirley.
I love Shirley.
Yeah. What's funny is when I first got this job, people here didn't like Shirley.
Hey.
Cause like she like emailed our CEO trying to take people's jobs. So I started out kind of having not beef, but like not being
She's
cool
a yo,
with Shirley.
she's a shark.
I know. So,
She's so small.
we have recently come to like we're cool because we come to like we're cool because we come to like we're cool because we come to like